Hi, it's Kyle from Bitewing Games, and today we're going to learn how to play Gazebo, designed by Reiner Knizia and published by us here at Bitewing Games, with wonderful art and graphic design from Alicia Giroux. The point of the game is to win, and you win by getting all of your gazebos out first. On your turn, you will place a domino. If you create a Nook, two of the same touching symbols, you'll place a gazebo. If you connect a Nook to a patio, you place a gazebo on the patio. But patios can be stolen if another player connects more gazebos to the same patio. There are a few special tiles and a few special locations on the board that will let you manipulate the board in a few different ways. But really quick, let's look at the setup. Choose which side of the board you'll play on. For your first game, I recommend the aviary board. There are two types of dominoes. Some are single color and some are two colored. Shuffle them into separate draw piles. Each player takes 5 of the dark-backed, single-colored dominoes. This is a private draw pile for each player. Keep these face down. Each player draws 3 of the 2-colored dominoes into their hand. Each player selects a color and takes the indicated number of gazebos based on player count. The player who most recently sat outside in the shade is the start player. On your turn, you're going to play a tile and then draw back up to 3 tiles. And then the next player clockwise will do the same, and you'll continue around in a circle. So where can you place your tiles? A tile has to be touching an existing tile. The board starts with 3 starting spaces you can lay next to. Tiles must be placed orthogonally, not diagonally. So the first player would place a tile here, or here, or here, or here, anywhere touching one of these starting spaces. Tiles must be touching, but there are no rules about symbols matching or anything like that. But you want symbols to match because if you form a Nook, you can place your gazebo on the board. A Nook is 2 or more of the same colored terrain. You can expand your Nook, and if you expand it to a group of 5 or more, you've created a big Nook. Big Nooks can house 2 gazebos, which you can stack. And you can actually even steal Nooks from other players. Let's say the green player has a Nook here with 2 red tiles. The purple player has a Nook of 3. And on their turn, the purple player places this tile that connects these 2 Nooks together. Purple's group of 3 is larger than green's 2. So placing this tile here will mean green gets kicked out, returning the gazebo to the green player, and placing a second gazebo out for purple, because this is now a big Nook. What if purple had a group of 2 the same size as green's? Well, in that case, you can't lay this tile because there's no clear winner. So this is an illegal move because you can't join 2 Nooks of the same size. You also can't connect 2 big Nooks. Once a Nook is big, 5 or more tiles, it can't be stolen by another player. This space is a patio. As soon as a Nook is connected to a patio, the player with the Nook claims the patio and places a gazebo there. Patios aren't tiles, so you can't place a tile next to a patio like this. Patios can be stolen if another player gets more gazebos that are touching that patio. So green has 1 gazebo here, purple places a gazebo here, but they don't have majority, so they don't steal the patio. But if purple forms a second Nook, they now have 2 gazebos touching this patio. So they remove green's gazebo and place their own there. Some patios are twice the size. These fancy patios can hold 2 gazebos. But the normal rules for claiming and stealing the patio remain the same. Okay, so on your turn, you're going to be placing a tile next to an existing tile, and then you're going to draw back up to 3. When you draw your 3rd tile, you can either draw from the common pool of the double colored tiles, or you can draw one from your personal supply of 5 single colored tiles. These tiles are super nice because you can instantly form a Nook with this tile. But you're limited to just the 5 of them throughout the game. Kind of. You can gain additional tiles if you cover a space with this symbol. So after playing this tile, I can draw a single color tile from the general supply, placing it as the 3rd tile in my hand. And that's the game. You're going to be placing tiles out, forming these Nooks, placing gazebos, and the player who places their final gazebo first wins the game. Okay, so we looked at the aviary board. Let's look at the other board. The back of the board is the butterfly board. This map has vases. When a Nook touches a vase, it allows that player to immediately play a second domino. And now you know how to play Gazebo. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Until next time.